Hey y'all, Zach McDonald, your real estate agent here with Real Property Associates, and I want to share my most recent offer negotiation with you. And this negotiation was for one of my listings in Linwood. Now, the story here on this house is we priced towards the top of the value range. So in the particular neighborhood, this house is the nicest on the street and was listed by far more than any other house had ever been listed on the street. So let's go into the story with that in mind. And we priced, like I said, towards the top of the market value on this house, and did our traditional 1 week review period. And a few things that happen, things that I don't always see on listings, but in this case we did. Open house attendance was a little slow, and as much as I'd like to say maybe it was the weather or the fact that people were on spring break, we also only saw a few showings in that 6-day period, where in some cases I'll see 20 or 30 showings on a house during that 6-day period. Now, granted, it's Linwood and it's a suburb of Seattle, not necessarily as hot as Seattle, but Linwood homes are still selling fairly quickly at the right price point. So this house listed a little bit higher than maybe the median. Well, maybe kind of right. It's actually right in the median there for Linwood, but like I said, not on the nicest street. And we got one offer at our offer review period, and it was for less than the asking price. Now, my clients were motivated to sell and wanted to. Also knew that we were reaching on the price a little bit. So with the offer, we actually negotiated and came to agreement below the asking price on this house. Now, terms were great, but buyers, you got to listen to this. Buyers, you don't necessarily have to compete with other people. And specifically, if you're willing to buy a house like these buyers did, that wasn't getting as much attention, and maybe on a street that's not amazing, they were able to get a house that was below the asking price and also in great condition. And sellers, this is this is just a wake-up call, and I always tell people this: if you price your house below or on the really low side of the market value and you get one offer, you're obligated to take that offer, essentially. So just know that even in the Seattle area, and this happens in the city of Seattle too, I've seen it, you don't always get multiple offers, and you don't want to bank on that with your price. So sellers, you do want to price, you don't want to overprice your house, but you also want to be within that, you don't want to be too low, because then you might miss out on potential money that you could have had. So in this case, my clients, we priced a little bit on the higher side of the value range and still fell within a range where they were really happy, and I think is still a very good value to get for their house. So in their case, they tested the market for a week, had a few showings, and were able to sell the house at a price they were happy with. So in all, I think everybody feels like they won in this situation. But wanted to share this with you because I think this can be an encouragement for buyers, but also a little bit of a warning for sellers that might want to price their house too low. And then the warning as well for sellers too would be to price your house so high that you don't get any offers, and then you start dropping the price pretty aggressively over time. So I hope this is helpful information for you and a good insight into the Seattle real estate market. It is hot. It is still, I think, 17 months in a row now we've been the hottest market. So we're nearing San Francisco's record here of 20 months straight. But there are still opportunities to buy a house without bidding against other buyers and also without paying over the asking price. So hope this is helpful. Again, bye for now.